Hi, everyone, and welcome. We are going to be talking about finding joy amid the holidays. And this information comes from a health realization article about how to make this a joyful holiday, even for those that are feeling lonely, depressed, or emotionally overwhelmed. If you have any questions, please feel free to give Dr. Justine a quick text at 647 987 9355. Dr. Justine is our leader here at Justine Blainey Wellness Center, but her big main goal and objective is to really help you have the best health care for both you and the best version of yourself for you and your family. She believes that everyone deserves a healthcare team that focuses on prevention and optimal health and open communication. Please help me welcome Dr. Justine.
Hello, everyone. All right. So, tons of great information coming up to be healthier over the winter season. Also, have a sit and fit coming up for everyone to stay healthy over the holidays. And finally, focusing on gratitude. But if we come into today's talk, we are talking about staying joyful over the holidays because some of us find it tough, right? Really find it tough that we can be feeling extra stressed with extra on our plates and just missing certain family members who are not with us. So, for some of us, this is really a stressful time or a difficult time, a time that we might feel lonely and we're really struggling to find that joyfulness. So, we've got lots of great information because today we want to focus on family time, and the present moment rather than signs of depression, loneliness, despair, or stress, feeling overwhelmed, trying to meet the expectations, keeping up with the Joneses. So we want to change that outlook for the holidays, focusing on gratefulness and giving back, showing our love, and helping to serve others. We want to embrace the change, the perspective of the changing times, the hardship, and the stress, and focus on a positive holiday season. So when we reflect on gratitude, great quote that at times our light goes out and it is rekindled by a spark from another person. You can be that another person. Each of us has a cause to think with deep gratitude for those who have lighted the flame within us. We have great people around us. We have great people just at the grocery store, just at the health food store, the drug store, the clothing store. Everywhere you go, Tim Hortons, there are great people here in Brampton and beyond. So we want to focus on that gratitude. So when we look at Ruth Ann said, each day comes with its own gifts. So our goal is untie those ribbons and to focus on those gifts of the present moment. So today we're going to focus on 4 ways to grow that gratitude garden in our life. 4 ways to really create that mindfulness. And number 1 is focus on our language so our heart will be open. Instead of waking up, oh my God, I'm so tired, I'm so stressed, or I can't get things done, taking that negative talk, we want to be mindfulness of how we talk to ourselves and how we talk to others. Even the awareness of that negative Nelly, that negative talk, can help us to change towards gratitude. The research shows that it's impossible to be fearful and appreciative at the same time. So when we're finding ourselves on that negative rant, just take a step back, shift our thoughts to what is grateful, what is great, focus on the good. There's always that 80-20 rule that, there's 20% that just aren't going to see it your way, going to disagree with you or overwhelm themselves. The person that just hangs up on you without just saying thank you or goodbye. The person who yells at on the phone when they really don't need to. And we want to focus on what we appreciate in our life to help our hearts grow. Gratitude is turns what we have into being enough. Number 2 is finding a gratitude partner, someone to keep us in check, someone that can keep a close eye on our thoughts, whether you text each other a gratitude thought each morning, looking at the glass being full rather than empty, not even just half full, but 2/3 full. Because working on that gratefulness is a muscle that needs to be worked out. It builds. The more we focus on gratitude, the more we can beam that light, that love, and people can feel it around you. So have that gratitude partner to keep you in check, to text back and forth or do a little video back and forth that's encouraging to keep us on track with our goals. For example, maybe it's a walking partner, and maybe you take 5 minutes to get rid of the negativity, whatever you're stressed about, but the rest of the conversation can be focused on what you're looking forward to. And number three, remembering those who have been before us, remembering their messages, their lessons, who've helped you through difficult times, remembering the difficult times that helped you grow to have the strength, the character that you have today. Those people who have showed you kindness, who have been a mentor to you, who have believed in you. Maybe it's a past teacher, your grade one teacher. I can remember Dr. Eppiner's my science teacher, my very first science teacher in grade 7, teaching us about force, F equals ma, and making a project that you can see right just behind me to measure strength in newtons, and developing my love of science, and then help me later become a doctor. Taking time to journal your memories, journal those great moments, or write a letter of thanks, a letter of gratefulness to those people around you. Focus on giving them compliments. As you see their smiles, their eyes light up, yours too will light up and your heart will shine more. So remembering those who are around you, remembering those who are before you. So I will always remember my grandparents as their lessons during World War II, the gratefulness of just the food on your plate, as they told us stories of, eating tulip bulb soups and the chocolate coming from the sky from the Canadians. So the gratefulness of just being a Canadian, and, the opportunities that we live in, having roads with just a yellow line down the middle, or just from, traveling through Europe, being grateful that you don't have to pay to go to the bathroom, so there is so much. And for many of us, it might be just grateful for coffee, in the morning. So remembering those stories, remembering those loved ones who may not be with you. Number 4 is that gratitude journal. Make it simple, writing down maybe just 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for each night. Maybe you do it in your phone, but goal is your phone isn't beside your ears or beside your head when you go to sleep. But as you get better, increase that list. Look over that list in the morning. Personalize it to stories or why you're grateful for whatever you wrote down. The goal is to stay emotionally healthy over the season, to be excited for this season, and that's tied to your energy and your physical health. So making sure that we're not only mentally healthy, but physically healthy, and that's movement. Our body needs movement, whether it's that YouTube stretching routine or yoga with Adrienne, but we need that movement to help our mindset. And we also want to take care of any of those aches or pains, those stresses on our different joints by seeing your chiropractor, your physiotherapist, your naturopath, doing that emotional release therapy or a cranial sacral therapy, focusing on getting your team in a great nutrition plan over the holidays. So right now we're going to explore 10 tips to keep your emotions really, really happy and healthy over the holiday season. So for these 10 tips, number 1 is sometimes lowering our expectation to a modest level, not feeling like we need to keep up with the others with, for example, your presents and how much your presents cost, or sometimes even just how special or different those presents have to be, the stress of finding that perfect gift. Gift cards still work. My kids still love, cash, right? That's still an amazing gift. The expectation that your home or your decorations have to be brand new or all match. It doesn't have to be everything new, everything, Pinterest worthy. It's okay to just do your best. In our household, it's great to use secondhand. I love when I pull out a Christmas decoration of my stepmother's, the Christmas tree that when I was a child, it's over 45 years old, but I still use it because of the memories, even though the lights don't work at the bottom. It's about making sure the we focus on the people and the love and not trying to compare to others or to have expectations of being perfect over the holidays or having that perfect gift. Number two is looking at new family traditions. Maybe it's focusing, like with my father, instead of gifts back and forth, we do donations to our church, North Bramley United Church. We try to look at volunteer time. And so one of the things this year was volunteering with U of T to help with scholarships and determining who gets those best scholarships, volunteering with breastfeeding and helping new breastfeeding moms, helping students for me to learn about the interview process as they try for scholarships or to get into university programs or professional programs, giving back and volunteering to have students at our own office. You'll see lots of students learning about becoming a doctor at our office, making donations to the things that you love. One of my donations every year is to the Covenant House. So what's the thing in your life that with your family that can make a routine? We're trying to make an activity for the family to do together then, and maybe a movie night with just homemade popcorn. So changing our usual routine, and maybe the gifts are less, but the focus is on the time and the loved ones. Coming up with a list with each family member of things that they would love to do. For us, we love to get out hiking, get out moving, enjoy nature and the beauty of that nature. I'm taking our kids to volunteer at Regen, a soup kitchen, and looking towards specific causes that make a difference for you. Number three is trying to not take it all on yourself. Now, I'm pretty good at this one, delegating, even though I probably do too much. So making lists and getting great at checking off those lists. But certainly, it was awesome that my son came back and from Calgary and helped put those Christmas lights up. Looking towards, instead of trying to make that holiday meal all by yourself, looking towards delegating and making sure each person brings one thing to make it a little bit easier. Just helping out to do the dishes makes a big, big difference. Looking towards guidance from family members who are willing to help out, asking family members to help with decorations, to put the tree up together, or again, just take it down and do it together. So looking towards making a fun activity. Number four is you can't control everyone around you, your family, your coworkers. Often when there's increased stress, there's increased drama, and that can tense it up. And we have to remember that we have to let go of what we can't control. We can't agree with everyone. And if they have a different opinion, just let it go, flush it off, let it go, wax on, wax off, and not let us affect our holidays. If they are angry, acknowledge that I hear that you are angry, but we still need to move to the next step. Finding your own boundaries, your own hot buttons, and time to just walk away, to avoid conflict, to take that time to focus on your breathing exercises. Of course, we have many breathing exercises on our website. Number 5 is honoring the loved ones who are not with you. This is an opportunity to think of my great grandfather, my papa, that lived to 100 years old, and his messages and his joy in Florida with his great grandkids and grandkids. My grandparents, Oma and Opa, and living till 98, and their messages of gratitude and how amazing Canada is as they came back from Holland after World War II. This is opportunity. I think of my stepmother, and the things that she just loved to eat, like jubes. I don't eat jubes often, but if I see them around the holidays, or licorice, my grandfather loving black licorice. These are the opportunities. Maybe you're making a toast to those loved ones and their memories. Or I love that my sister will bring sweet potato casserole for Christmas. So what are their favorite dishes? And to think about them for us is poor man's pudding or igloo cake. What is something that just reminds you of those loved ones, and to share those memories with others? Number 6 is a healthy schedule and to make sure you get to sleep before midnight, and your phone away from your bed. Put it, all those EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies, get that away. Put the phone in the bathroom, the phone in the kitchen, away from your head, and use a real alarm clock. Get that minimum 6.5 hours, 7 hours sleep. Make sure you're leaving those parties at a reasonable time. So in our household, I'll usually say 10:30, and yes, that might mean at a party we're leaving at 11, but I make sure that it is before midnight. Those wrapping, get it ahead of time and an elevated surface. So for me, I'll do it at the kitchen counter or at the dining room table so that you're not bent over on the floor. I do have a video about that because that does create achiness, tiredness, staying up all night, and then you can't enjoy your family in the morning. Play the music that you love that's going to either keep you upbeat because you're excited about that music, or the one that just relaxes you. If you really hate that Christmas music, don't play it. Don't be forced to. Make sure that you are making this a healthy schedule and spreading out those duties and getting your sleep. Number 7 is definitely don't skip out on those exercises. You may have less time, so you just go out hard out for 12 minutes, 20 seconds, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds rest, a 1-to-1 ratio. Get the sweat on. You're going to feel so much better. Get outside to do exercise. Look forward to walking, being more creative. If you are going to go shopping, do a lap or two just to walk fast, before you're starting to carry all your activity, all your goods and presents. The exercise will increase those healthy endorphins, the serotonin in your body that'll boost your immune system and help you reduce stress and help you get that great mood. Number 7, making time, incorporate the stretching. Often when you're overstressed, everything aches. So extra stretching or time for even just a 10-minute yoga, a 10-minute warm-up, cool down yoga. There's so much on YouTube that is free. Take advantage of those videos on hip openers if you sit a lot to make sure that you're less tension in your lower back. And number 8 is making sure we're eating sensibly. This is a time when people can overindulge. And it isn't the time, the green light to go crazy for the whole month on food and alcohol. Choose that one favorite drink, or my stepmother, Jackie, she'll, make it a spritzer, add the tonic water, right? Or water that drink down with ice cubes. Make sure that you're choosing your favorite treats or your favorite dessert. Being really, really picky and choosing moderation. Physically, you're going to feel better. Emotionally, you won't feel like, oh, I overdid it, or feel regret afterwards. And if you just a little bit of making healthier choices, a little bit pickier, you'll feel better. You'll have more energy to keep on your exercise routine the next day. Number 9 is using sun. I mean, in the winter time, it's darker in the morning, darker in the evening. So sunlight, red light therapy can really help with benefits and get rid of that seasonal affective disorder. Purposely getting outside at lunchtime to get that vitamin D and that sun. This is the time when vitamin D tends to drop, especially in the colder seasons, when we don't have if you live north of the border or further where it's colder. This is a time where you really still want to make sure you're adding that vitamin D. And number 10 is some time for yourself. Over there is my favorite chair, a time to just sit and reflect, prayer, meditation. I know it gets busy, so you don't need, 15, 30 minutes. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 minutes. Sometimes it's just 2 or 3 minutes in your car before you jump out of the car to really let go of that negativity and bring in the positivity. So that in our office, you say, just leave that junk outside before you open the door of the office. Allowing some time for our bodies to relax, sometimes maybe for a bubble bath, sometimes for a candle. So giving ourselves permission, time for ourselves, so that we're better for others. So along with this is when this stress builds up, we have so much stress on our nervous system and everything tenses up. That's when we're lifting things, we're forward shopping, we're extra work for those Christmas cards, and we have poor posture, poor stress on our nervous system, creating those areas of subluxation. This is a time where you may need more adjustments. Get in an extra visit to boost your energy, reduce that stress, improve your nervous system. Those adjustments are going to remove that stress on your nervous system so the nerves can travel from your brain to every tissue, cell, and organ at its highest level so you can be your best for your family and friends. We are here for you. We are at our wellness center. We're open over 70 hours a week and have a phenomenal team. This is opportunity also really organize your massages, your acupuncture, your physiotherapy, organize it in advance because it gets so busy at the end of the year. We're here for you. Connect with us. We have so much online. We want to make sure that we help you. And if you have any other topics in the new year, we'd love to hear them. So connect with us, do a review, and see you soon.